What's going on, guys? It's Hunter here, and just bringing you a first gameplay for Modern Warfare 2 since the beta. It's finally released, and I like it so far. There's a couple of things I don't like, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So, we're playing on Embassy. We're playing Hardpoint. I do pretty good in this game. I win the game and I get 49 kills and 17 deaths, something like that. But I'm not gonna talk about the gameplay. You can just watch that in the background, but I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of this game so far. So we'll get right into it. So one of the cons I kind of have, it's kind of a pro and a con. It's the weapon leveling up system has changed drastically. So in older games, most of you know, but if you don't, I'm just going to explain it real quick. Each gun you have, you can keep that gun and you can play with it for X amount of hours, level it up, get your attachments, get your camos, good to go. Well, it's not like that anymore. The way it works now is you get certain attachments with different guns. So you have to play with different guns to get different attachments for all your weapons. Basically what they're trying to do is make sure that everybody's having a weapon variety instead of just sticking to one gun. Now, that's only going to work for so long because once everything is unlocked, they're going to go back to those weapons. So I don't see how that's really a long-term fix. As far as the start of the game, that's great, that's cool. You get to learn about all the new weapons, do things like that. So it's a pro and a con. I don't like it personally because I like to just easily just get my gun, kill a bunch of people, level it up, move to next gun. It's that simple. It's always been that way. Why change it? The next thing I would say is a pro and a con is the maps. We only get 10 maps. I remember back in Modern Warfare 2's original game, I believe we got up to 15 maps right at launch. So this is something that I'm still getting tired of seeing is past games, we're getting less and less content. For now, it's a $70 game. It used to be a $50, now $60. As each console upgrades, it gets higher and higher. Why are we paying more for less? That's just a little issue I have. Now, as far as the gameplay and all the mechanics, they work pretty well. The only thing I don't like is that you can no longer reload cancel. That's completely out of the game. I think that's kind of bullshit. I know a lot of pro players and veterans like myself hate that feature because it's less convenient and that was a skill gap for people. There's certain skill gaps that they've kind of just said fuck it over and decided not to put it in the game. So that's a little bit of a gripe. I know it sounds like I'm shitting on this game, but I promise you there's stuff that is pretty good. There's a lot of new features, some good and bad. I will say that the perk system is weird. You get 5 perks total, you start out with 2. And during the game's life cycle, through each 10-minute game, or longer depending on the game mode, you get your next 2 perks. That's based off of just time played, and it also is based off how many kills and score you get. That's fine, but the issue here is it goes from your bonus perk to your quote-unquote ultimate perk. Now, ultimate perk, you think that sounds like, oh, that must be a really good perk. Well, it is. Problem is, you don't get that perk until like midway in the game. So you can't get Ghost, you can't get Bird's Eye, High Alert, different things like that until like a quarter to midway through the game of a TDM game, free-for-all, whatever. To me, that's kind of annoying. That's a red flag. I miss the days where we could get 6 perks. Now, I'm not talking about the Pick 12 or Pick 10 system. I'm talking about the pro perks. Back in the old Modern Warfare games, you had pro perks. Some of you know, some of you don't. For instance, you could get, let's say, Sleight of Hand Pro. So you could reload faster. Well, Sleight of Hand Pro adds on to that. It would give you the same perk that Fast Hands is in this game. Reload faster, swap weapons faster, use equipment faster. It'd be all 3 in one perk. Okay? That's something that needs to come back in my opinion. I miss the old perk system. One thing that's cool is you can switch from your kill streaks to score streaks, and that's very nice depending on what game you're playing. Now, I kept it as kill streaks in this game, only because I just didn't care to change it, but in situations like hardpoint, domination, you could do score streaks and you could get better chances of getting those streaks. They have a bunch of cool little streaks that have been added, such as the one that you'll see in this gameplay. It's called a, I want to say it's some kind of mine. It's a cluster mine. Similar to the IED, and this is really good for locking down an area, as you see right here, as it does. Gets a few kills. I will say the guns in this game are pretty nice. Still leveling them up, still getting to unlock them. But there's a few things that need to be changed. First off, the flash grenade is overpowered as hell. Even if you have your perks that, like Battle Hardened, that is basically like Tac Mask, it does not keep you from getting blinded by flash grenades. Now, I remember in the old Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, if you have Tag Mask or Flag Jacket, you're basically a fucking juggernaut because you can't get stunned or flashed, and you could literally take like 2 grenades before you die. Where's that at? I need those perks back. I don't need this pussy perk system. That's just my opinion. You can take it as you want to. I don't really care. Gunplay feels good. The time to kill is very fast. So my advice to you is pre-aim down your corners, pre-aim your lanes. Make sure you're staying on the edge of the map as you're learning the new maps, because it's easier to learn maps once you start the perimeter of it and then work your way in. Probably one of the best perks for me, especially for objectives or for close quarters, is High Alert. This is a very good perk to use right now. It'll even tell you where people are at through walls. And it has 4 directional up, down, left, right showings, yellow indicators on your screen. Another perk I would say you should use is Fast Hands for sure. That pairs well with Overkill and Extra Tactical. And I'll go more in depth with that on a class setup video. I'll show you guys what I'm rocking right now later on in some more videos. But as far as guns to start off with, I would recommend you get the M4. And if you pre-ordered it, the Ultimate Edition, you should get some of these already unlocked. So the M4 with all the attachments. The FSS Hurricane SMG, the MP7, and the Lockman 5.56. Those are probably the 5 best starting weapons. Now, to get the Lockman unlocked, you'll have to use the tactical rifle, and that's a bitch to play with because it's good, but it's not accurate and it's slow as fuck. So that's why it was very annoying to use. I've got the assault rifle version in this gameplay, and it's very good. SMG version is obviously the MP5, and you don't unlock that until you unlock all the other variants. Hey, how are you?
Yeah. Okay, and
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you.
Damn, Domino's came in clutch. Sorry guys, that was Domino's. I'm a hungry bastard, so I have to eat.
1 minute left.
It got me a thin crust pizza, extra sauce, extra cheese, with some pepperoni and sausage. Some good shit, man. If you ain't ever tried that, here's your life tip of the day. Buy that shit. You will love that shit. It's like crack for fat people. I love it. But anywho, back to the game. What else can I talk about? Oh yeah, the maps. This map is pretty nice. It's pretty cool.
Relocating. Stand by.
There's only one map in this rotation that I hate, and it's some kind of Al-Qaeda map. It's all broken down, like an airstrike just hit it. It's a very weird map. It's very open. There's not a lot of cover. You have to go from building to building, and the space between those buildings is so large that it's like you're caught with your pants hanging down if you go out there. So it's like you can't rush on that map. You can't do much besides sit and wait on people, and I hate that playstyle. I really do. I hate that playstyle. I hate people that just sit and wait for you to come to an open space. I'm more of a stealth player, but suppressors are pretty much redundant in this game because they don't work. And if you're wondering, well, what do you mean by that? Well, the minimap does not show live fire on the minimap anymore. It shows on the compass, but that's only directional. The only time it shows up is if you're on a UAV. Now, yes, it is a newer game. People are going to be using UAVs the whole damn time, and that's for granted. That's the only time a suppressor works. There's a lot of trade-offs that are negative to use a suppressor versus the positive. So, you don't really have to use a suppressor. So yeah, Stim Shot is back as a tactical you can use. I'm using it in this gameplay, and there's one, the resupply is back, like the restock perk is back, so you can do the same thing you did in BO4 when you did the Stim Shots. The only other thing I could say that's bad about this game is the launch day servers were kind of bad. They were pretty terrible on day one. Now, they fixed a couple of things. They took the servers down and rebooted them, did a hard reset, all that shit. So, they're playing smooth now. If you haven't got the game yet, I would probably say you should either get it or wait for its on sale. So far, I like it. I actually like it a lot more than the first Modern Warfare game that came out in 2017 or 2018. I can't remember. It's better than that version. The campaign's good. The multiplayer is pretty nice. There's a few things they need to change, but besides that, yeah, I'll give it a B-. Probably close to a C, but a B- for sure. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Till the next time.